موسيقي مشهور هداه الله بآيات قصيرة نقرأها بشكل يومي. إنه رحيم تشان الذي التقيت به في لندن واستضافني في منزله.
Thank you very much. أهلا وسهلا.
كان رحيم مغرما في الموسيقى حتى أنه لما انتهى من الدراسة عمل مباشرة في الموسيقى.
I went to work for one of the most famous record companies in the world. I worked with Stevie Wonder, and Stevie Wonder is one of the biggest recording artists in the world. I was on the team that organised Stevie Wonder's 40th birthday party and the launch of his Jungle Fever album. And I worked on soundtracks to films. I worked on the soundtrack to Terminator 2. I worked on, in fact, many of the singles that I worked on went diamond, platinum. They had all those discs. So we used to get awarded all those discs. When I look back now, there were certain steps that brought me closer to Islam.
بالرغم من توفر المال الوفير عند رحيم ولكنه كان يعيش حياة صعبة وتعيسة.
And it got to the stage one day when I really thought I was going crazy. I was at my house, I thought I was going mad. And I remember thinking about God and making a deal. And there were many sins in my life at that time. And I remember saying to God, if you help me in this situation that I'm in now, I will give up all my sins for 3 weeks. This was the deal I made with God. And on that day is when I said, and I will open the Quran and I will read it. And when I opened the Quran and I read it on that day, like a miracle, the verse I read in English, after every difficulty comes ease. فَإِنَّ مَعَ الْأُسْرِ يُسْرًا إِنَّ مَعَ الْأُسْرِ يُسْرًا. And for me, it's like a miracle, you know? Because I was very desperate at that time, and I didn't know where to go. I didn't know where to turn, and I thought I was going crazy. And the last thing I wanted was was religion. I didn't want to be religious. I wanted the dunya. It was as if this verse was just written for me, no one else. That I didn't even know Allah, God, whatever, but that this book somehow knew exactly what I needed at that point and at that time. So it was like a miracle. When I left the music business, I left at a time when people would have questioned why, because I'd been given a lot of success. And I went through a difficult period for the first probably year that I was praying and that I was starting to fast and starting to read about Islam. It was a difficult time because I didn't know what I was going to do with my life.
أكبر تحدي واجه رحيم هو رفض أمه لدخول الإسلام. تخيلوا معاي 17 عاماً لم يستطع أن يقول لها كلمة واحدة عن الإسلام.
Then when she found out she had cancer, and it was a very bad cancer, only 3 weeks she had to live. For the first time, her heart softened towards Islam, just a little bit. But it was, wallahi, it was a miracle. Because it was step by step by step. I would just try very slowly to give her small bits of dawah. If there is a creator, do you think maybe he sent messengers? Do you think maybe he sent people as guides? And one day she said, yes, I believe that. So Sheikh, for me, I was happy. For me, I was happy. She believes in a creator, she believes in messengers. I thought, inshallah, I have an excuse. I can make dua for her. I can say to the Imam, inshallah, we bury her as Muslim. But my son, he was then 14 years old. He said, it's not enough. He said, it's not enough. He said, she has to say Shahada. So I was scared because I thought if he tries to make her say Shahada, then she will say, no, I don't want to say this. And then I have a problem. He said, don't worry, Abba, don't worry. I will talk to her. So he went up to her bedroom, he said, and I was downstairs for like 1 hour. And I was walking around, oh my God, what's happening? Did she say yes? Did she say no? And he came down, he said, easy. He said, no problem. I said, what? He said, she gave Shahada. I said, properly in Arabic? He said, yes, Arabic fully, no problem. And maybe 2-3 days later, she died. Alhamdulillah.
سبحان الله يعني، وأن الله يهدي من يريد.